start things quickly, so they must have a function to go to tonight.
Perhaps some of the time it's going to rain at 5 o'clock and they want it to be finished.
So umpire Hay with the football in the middle of the ground, and just about ready for the start of the third term now with Rob Lazick for Thomson, Peter Moore for Bannockburn. It's a point the difference, 8-4-52 to 7-9-51. Lazick and Moore, they neither can get an effective tap. Goes to Aaron Broom, handball off to White. He's slung off the ball by Dean Oakley. Goes towards half forward. Now the numbers with Thomson. Mick Gann got a kick across half back. Goes towards the boundary line, and Matty East, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Gets back on that favoured left boot. Kicks it around the corner towards the pocket. Gann in front takes this mark in front of Harding.
That's probably been part of the difference in the game, Pete. Gann has probably blanketed Harding to some degree, and Bannockburn can't stop Luke Forbes.
No, that's right, exactly.
Now Gann from the right back pocket goes with a tumbling punt towards centre wing, off hands through Troy Maharis, but he got it back and handballed it off towards Jason Stein, who tried to tap it on. Now Mervyn and also John Mitchell, he tried to get a handball out. Mervyn out the back of the packet, run away. He needs somebody running past, and he got one in Rod Peacock. Off half back, goes to centre wing, goes towards half forward, but reading it better, Mick Turner. And he takes the mark at half back. Now Colliger runs on his outside, he gets it and can go wide to Perkins, but he elects to go back in. Little right foot kick is okay to Gary Tillman on the ground for the first time. He takes the mark, gives it off to Colliger, running through the middle, goes to the right foot kick, measures the pass towards Brett Harding, off hands, goes towards Wentworth back on the ground. Handball, didn't hit a target. Now Lazick, his handball was chopped off, over the back of the pack to Clark, at half back, have to be quick now, gets a kick away, tumbling punt towards Andrews in front of Bradley. Takes a good strong mark, and will line up for his second goal. About 45 metres out, slide angle.
As we looked around, Daniel Fanning was having real difficulty coming back on the ground to warm up at half-time, and with the thigh, I'd say, might well be off for the rest of the game, fair chance.
I would have thought so. Fairly heavily strapped when he came back out from half-time. Shane Andrews now, 45 metres out, slide angle, comes in left foot, and no doubt about that one from the drainer, straight through the middle for his second goal, and that's the 8th for Bannockburn. They go to 8-9-57. They lead Thomson 8-4-52. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
It's funny, Cal, it's almost a replica of the start of the game. Bannockburn jumped out of the box.
I was thinking that too. And once again we see Damien Clark again, and finishing it off straight down the throat of Shane Andrews, and that's happened a couple of times today.
So the ball back with the umpire, middle of the ground. Just over 2 minutes gone. Third quarter. Up goes the footy. Moore and Lazick. Neither ruckman get a clear tap away. There's a Tiggy Touchwood one to Stein, is it? Mm-hmm. Yes, he gets up from the bottom. Handballs it quickly to Nick Maharis. He plays on the left foot and kicks it straight in the arms of Gary Tillman on half-back Tillman. Another terrible kick. The lead was from Perkins. He runs onto the footy, can't control it. Now he's going to need Tillman to come in, or actually it's Mick Turner coming in to give him a bit of a hand, but Humphrey, who's been very solid at the fall of the ball in the middle of the ground, takes the ball to centre wing and over the boundary. So in front of the change rooms here at Godfrey Street, ball comes in, over the top is Tillman. Ball ends up in the arms there of Mervyn, off one step, gets to a half-forward flank. Mick Turner, well, the bump kept him in the field of play and got him clear of the opponent. He gets the footy to centre wing, but in front again is Rod Peacock, takes the mark, little handball to Mitchell.
If he handballed that, I'll go he.
And also put Zane Carroll down, but the ball has been turned over in the middle because Matty East takes the mark, and it's Tommy Malone Grant takes the mark. Beautiful kick to the lead at full forward. Well, Thomson, at least the Bannockburn players, it finally falls into the arms of Shane Andrews, and played on quickly. A flying shot round the corner is just offline. 2 goals for Shane Andrews' performance so far individually for today. Bannockburn 8-10-58. Lead Thomson 8-4-52. Lexus Wyndham scoreboard, 4 minutes, third quarter.
The measure of the dominance of Luke Forbes. Troy Colliger is on him now in the back pocket.
Ooh.
Sabali Armstrong from fullback. Oh, there's a kick, goes towards Rod Peacock against Moore, up against Perkins as well. 2-on-1 getting across there, Troy Maharis. He's over the top of the football, he might have to get free. No, it's held to him, said the umpire, and it will be a ball up in between wing and half forward on the outer side. So the umpire will come in and throw the ball in the air. It's Moore and Lazick. Moore goes up early, gets it down, only as far as Highland. It's held to him, and it will be another bounce on centre wing on the outer side.
Early on, they were a bit disappointed in the crowd, but look around now, it's completely encircled the ground with cars, and now a very big crowd.
Getting it down was Lazic, got it towards Highland, ripped off the footy again, goes to Aaron Broom, runs through the middle, shuffles the handball out to Perkins, can give it off to White, elects to go though with a kick. Oh, Shane Andrews, miles in front of Aaron Bradley, and he will line up from 30 metres out directly in front for his third goal.
He capitalised on his shots for goal. It
Yep.
could have been a fair margin between the sides, Cal.
He kicked 2-4 so far.
Yes, he has, and one which went out of bounds at the other end.
Yes.
So Shane Andrews, 30 metres out, directly in front for the 10th goal for the visitors. He comes in now. Oh, gee whiz, it's very close to the right-hand goal post, and he's just snuck it in, has he? Ooh. Yes, he has. Well, it was veering away violently at the end, but his third goal, and that is for Bannockburn, their 9th. They go to 9-10-64. They lead Thomson, who are 8-4-52. Lexa Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard.
Perhaps sort of exemplified in this third quarter, Cal. They seem to have a bit more direction up forward, Bannockburn, as against Thomson, who seem to be just blading.
That's right. I think that's starting to tell now, isn't it?
So probably the next 6 or 7 minutes crucial now for Thomson. They need to have a score. Ball in the middle. Moore up high, gets it down to Clark. He can't break through the tackle, and the umpire will come in and do it all again. Almost still in the centre circle. Umpire taking control of the footy now. Of course, all the players can come into the square. Big pack of players around the footy. Up high is Moore. Great tap forward for Bannockburn. Comes to ground. Naylor just used a bit of body to get his opponent out of the way. Comes back to Ash. That was Perkins. The ball ends up at full forward. Can't be controlled there. Finally, well, the ball's in dispute. Comes back to Clark. He, I don't know, he weaved his way through. Beautiful handball to Andrews. He weaves through a couple of players and goes bang from 20 yards out. The goal umpire's moved a long way across, but I think he's going to say full points. So 2 in a minute to Shane Andrews. That's his 4th, and all of a sudden Bannockburn are starting to well, create a little bit of a gap between the two sides. Bannockburn 11-10-76. They've snuck away now from Thomson 8-4-52, and that's only 7 minutes gone, third quarter, on the Lexus Wyndham scoreboard.
Well, I thought they might be struggling a little bit just with Lazic in the ruck, and they look like Greg McLeod's changed back to Dean Oakley. Now, they seem to be going okay when he was in the ruck. They've given him a rest, and he's back in there now against Peter Moore. So we'll see how it goes. Rob Lazic's pushed out to the outer side centre wing.
10-70 actually.
It is. Throws the ball. Moore, though, gets it down. He's dominating now to Broom, to Clark. Clark with a right foot kick towards Harding and Gann. Harding in front. Used his body, couldn't take the mark. Roving was good by Wentworth. Got it towards Andrews again. Oh, the drainer. He leaves it behind this time, though. Peacock drops the footy. Could have been a free kick now. Wentworth shuffles it out to Harding. Broke free somehow. Gets around on the right boot. Great tackle. And it's chopped off. The mark was taken by Jason Stein. Switches play towards Armstrong and Gann. They can run on. They've got John Mitchell at half back as well, but he elects to go further afield towards Dean Oakley. He puts a hand up, can't take the mark off hands. Numbers again with Bannockburn. Clark and Toolman. Gets it away to Toolman now by hand, but his handball was smothered. Now through the middle was Oakley. Kept it going, kept it in front of him. Now Highland, and a free kick for a hold. And is it an advantage? No. We'll come back, and it will go to Dean Oakley on centre wing. Damien Clark standing the mark. So the footy had gone all the way down past half forward. It comes back now, so it gives Bannockburn time to set up their defence. Marty Rowan runs off, but he goes short to Christian Highland. He takes the mark. He's got Humphrey over the top. He handballs to Humphrey. He's got Rowan on the outboard. He should be able to handball it to him. He's at 50. He goes now with the right boot. Centres the ball towards the top of the square. Maharis goes up, can't take the mark. Off the back of the pack goes to Troy Colliger and Luke Forbes, and the boundary line beckons. And we will have a boundary thrown in the left forward pocket for Thomson. You
better pick yourself back up off the chair. Half-time score at North Geelong. Annick 11 goals, 6. Lead North Geelong 6 goals, 3.
And Dick won't be a happy man. Back inboard, and I think it's over the boundary line once again in the back pocket for Bannockburn. It is. Steve Delahunt sees it over. So we'll have another boundary throw in. Well, after the big throw up with Wonder War at half-time, and that's what they do to him, eh? North Geelong.
Terrible.
Oh, well. Oh, hit the post. I think that might have been... Is that Luke Forbes?
Luke Forbes,
yeah,
I think
it was. From the ruck contest. Picked it out of the pack and hit the post. So 4 goals, 2 to Luke Forbes. They go to 8-5-53. Thompson, Bannockburn 10-10-70. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard.
Steve Delahunt with the footy in the goal square. Goes for the little short chip in and finds Aaron Broom. Plays on quickly, has the lead there from Clark on half-back flank. They've only gained 50 metres so far, Bannockburn, but they have control of the footy. Little chip pass goes to Broome, who's followed on, and he takes
playing in the backyard, these two.
He's taken the mark. Still half-back flank for Bannockburn. So, ball kicked forward there. Aitchison in front of our broadcast position. The man reads it well, across the front of the pack, takes the mark. Drives it back to centre half forward. Big pack of players there, and the big hands go up of Nick Maharis. Takes the mark, looks for his brother Troy. The lead is on out to half forward flank. Oh, he's got Giles out of the way, picks it up, drives it back, and it's a magnificent snap from 35 metres out on the boundary on the wrong side, and he's just missed. So behind to Troy Maharis and to Thomson, 8:6:54. They trail Bannockburn 10:10:70. Lex to Wyndham scoreboard. 11 minutes now, third quarter.
Mick Turner with the football at fullback. Plays on, kicks it to himself, gains 10 metres and then drives it towards 50. Maharis and Moore pushing the back. Oakley should be a free kick to Peter Moore. And it will be. So Peter Moore at half-back will take the resultant free kick. Elaine Grant calls it at centre wing. He goes in that direction now. Nayland and Aitchison, the big men fly great, roving at the front by Mervyn. Tried to get it free to Nick Maharis, but there was nobody in support. Aaron Broome got it away to Clark, or runs in at Christian Highland and drops the footy. Coming through the middle, Oakley got it to Nick Maharis. Shuffles it out to Mitchell. Have to be quick. He gets a right foot kick towards Maharis at full forward. Roved off the front of the pack. Got it back towards Forbes. He's wrapped up though. Now Luke gets it around the corner. Now back towards Marcus. Pack develops around Troy Maharis, and it will be a ball up. And free kick too high, and it will be a free kick to Thomson. Going to come back to Troy Maharis. So Robbie Giles protesting. Didn't see that one?
No, nothing in that.
No. So it'll be Troy Maharis with the football. He's kicked 1 goal 2. Be kicking from 40 metres out directly in front.
Be a gift. They certainly need it. Troy Maharis comes in on the left foot. Beautiful approach, lovely looking kick, and it's right through the middle. So that's the second for Troy Maharis, one that Thomson probably needed to get them back into the contest. 9:6:60 Thomson. They trail Bannockburn 10:10:70. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, now 12.5 minutes, third quarter.
10 points, and as each time it just looks like Bannockburn's going to break this open. They just keep hanging in there, Thomson. And,
you don't want to say anything more, do you? After we've been burnt a few times by saying the game was going to be broken open, it switches back to the other side. Now back in the middle, Moore and Oakley, they go up. Oakley gets it down towards Humphrey. Might sit for him. No, it doesn't. Got some support though. Sabali Armstrong, that's an interesting kick. The outside, the left boot. Mick Turner can't take the mark. Off hands, Marcus Forbes gets a quick kick. Troy Maharis and Robbie Giles might... Maharis just was in the right place and then strong overhead. Took the mark 30 metres, 25 metres out. Pretty acute angle though for a left footer. And he kicked the last goal. He could do a Shane Andrews and kick 2 in a minute.
Yes. Starting to get out on his own a little bit now. He's a bit loose and getting a bit more confidence too now after being well held early.
I guess it's how the ball comes down too, Pete.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's pretty quick, there's not a lot of defenders can do about it and get back and fill the holes. But Troy Maharis to come in, he kicked 2 goals this afternoon. He comes in from 25 metres out and has kicked it. The umpire has not moved. It's his third, and as we said, 2 in a minute for Troy Maharis. And well, again they come back. 10:6:66 Thomson, Bannockburn 10:10:70. 4 points difference. Lexus Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 13.5 minutes played.
Well, almost back to where we started half time, Cal.
Yes, that's
unbelievable.
Right. Yeah.
But it's a sign of a good side for Thomson if they can come back. The gap blew out to over 2 goals, and all of a sudden they've brought it back.
And it would be disappointing if if they were to fall away now, because they've worked very, very hard for the entire game. So
they certainly have. Ball in the middle. Well, Lazic probably got the tap. Matty East had a fresh air shot almost. Gets it down. Broome picks it up for Bannockburn. Drives it forward to full forward position. Bounce probably favoured Bannockburn there. Brett Harding. Finally, handball comes to Andrews. Andrews goes bang from 10 metres out. Acute angle and has kicked the goal. That's goal number 5 for Shane Andrews, and a very quick response there from Bannockburn. Good work up forward, kept the ball moving, and they've kicked their 11th. 11:10:76 Bannockburn. They lead Thomson 10:6:66. and that's 14 and a half minutes gone now. Lexus will win them scoreboard.
Well, Johnny Mitchell's walked in to get his third cup of coffee of the afternoon, missed the goal. It was that quick. It was 30 seconds. It's a battle of the full forwards at the moment.
Oh, isn't it ever?
Shane Andrews has kicked 5. Troy Maheris has kicked 3, and Luke Forbes has kicked 4. And back to 10 points the difference.
But you go a long way, Cal, to see a better game of footy than this. It's going from end to end. There's all the skills are being shown.
Some of the handballs in the packs has been just been fantastic today. Very slick.
Back in the middle, Moore and Oakley. Oakley gets it down this time. Oakley punches on again. Marcus Forbes, good little push out towards Sabali Armstrong. Oh, that's a free kick for a push in the back. Oh, the umpire said no, and it'll be a ball up at centre half forward for Thomson.
Another thing, it was a fair 10 metres, I reckon.
Yeah, for the mark.
Cool.
So the umpire will throw the ball in the air. Peter Moore up against Oakley. Favours Moore, gets it down to the side of the pack, running through the middle. Lazic without the football. Now east. Sabali Armstrong falls to the side towards Carroll. Kick off the ground by White. Goes out towards centre wing. Marty Rowan backs himself to go across there and help out. David White's there again, and he kicks it over the boundary line for a throw in. So on centre wing on the outer side, we'll have another throw in. Peter Moore and Dean Oakley working their way down to do the ruck contest. Well, in fact, Rob Lazic's going to do it. Oakley's going to stand in front. So now Lazic gets it down to Dean Oakley. They've done well. He gets the right foot kick towards centre half, towards half forward. Mick Turner pushed Forbes off the ball, then had brother Luke to come at him, and he got around both of them. So he's done well, Mick Turner. Shuffles back on the left boot, goes towards centre wing. Oh, good mark, Dean Oakley against Damien Clark. And it will be Dean Oakley on centre wing.
Oakley with the footy for Thomson. Out of centre wing, goes for the chip to the centre of the ground, and it's to Mitchell. Mitchell plays on quickly. The run is Rowan. Oh, high, wide and handsome kick by Rowan, but he's got a fair bit of distance. It's over the centre of the ground. Leading in the race for the footy was, Forbes. It was Thomson player bundled over the, I think the crowd goes that one.
I was going to say.
Aitchison has got the free kick from the umpire and kicks it to full forward. Oh, mark almost there to Luke Forbes. Not paid. Ball comes down to Mitchell. Mitchell up a step at centre half forward. He's gone bang. Oh, and he's just veered it to the left, unfortunately. So second behind to Johnny Mitchell, and the 7th to the Thomson side. 10-7-67 on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. Bannockburn 11-10-76. Now 17 minutes gone, third quarter.
Kick in by Delahant, goes to the outer side looking for Aaron Broom, finds him easily as well. Runs on, takes a bounce through half back, keeps going, and drives it towards half forward. Play by Wentworth coming out. Brett Harding leads Gann in the race for the football. Handball over the top to Nailon. Rowan makes up some ground, but he gets his kick away towards Andrews. One out with Bradley. They go up. Punch away by Bradley. Front and centre Peacock. So bad handball though. Set Bradley a task. Handball over the top towards a running Mick Gann. His handball. Oh, Rick Humphrey's going to be under pressure. He tried to get a handball out, but Matty East was there. His handball back to Perkins. He goes towards Toolman at centre half forward. Goes to the right foot kick. Brett Harding standing in the square. Coming out was Bradley Stein, 2 against 1. It's going to be Carroll and Harding. Harding's got it, then he slips over. Handball over the top was okay though. Coming out was Andrews. Oh, punch through. Great defensive play. Aaron Bradley, and saw it through for a rush behind to Bannockburn. So they go to 11-11-77 now. Bannockburn, Thomson 10-7-67. Leicester Wyndham third quarter scoreboard.
That was desperate defence, Cal.
Yes, under pressure again, but stood up very well.
Yes, they did. That's a great contest. You see that happening. Sabali Armstrong now gone for a chip pass that went 50. Straight onto the chest there of Rod Peacock. Plays on now, drives it to centre wing, in front there, and strong mark is Marcus Forbes ahead there of Mick Turner. It's another great one-on-one contest. Forbes goes to half forward. Colliger got into the gap there. Finally a handball comes across to Toolman. Handball to Matty East, who is stationary, but he gets away. Kicks it on the left foot. Up high is Carroll. Well, he's had to take the mark. He didn't. The umpire's allowed it to continue. And Carroll, a little left foot chip pass, has found Andrews, but he unfortunately can't take the mark. Handball comes back to Mervyn. Mervyn, another handball to Aitchison, and Thomson are away. Aitchison to the middle of the ground. Intercepting there was Matty East. Good work, but it falls to ground. Picked up by Sabali Armstrong on outer wing. On the left foot. He kicks it high towards half forward. Toolman almost takes a very good mark, but the ball's come loose. It's come to Troy Maheris from 50. He's had a magnificent looking shot at goal, but unfortunately he's offline. He's missed them all. And the ensuing free kick will come to Steve Delahant in the back pocket. Looking for options. 20 minutes gone now, third quarter, 10-7. And finally, Delahan comes across goal and finds Ash in the back pocket to take the safe mark. He's gone back to it from whence it's come. It's gone to Delahan, and they'll take it away down the outer side. The lead out there is from Tillman. Plays on quickly with a handball. He's found Giles a long way from fullback. He's run a fair distance, I'd suggest, but intercepting at half-back now is Nick Maheris. He can't take the mark. The ball comes to ground. Armstrong has it. Little left foot chip. Can nail and pick it up? He can't because the boundary umpire is right there, said it's over. And between wing and half-forward flank on the outer side, the ball will be thrown in.
10 points the difference here at Godfrey Street. Nayland up against Oakley. Nayland got it down easy to Matthew East on the side of the pack. Left foot kick towards Andrews and Bradley again. Punch away by Bradley. Good play. Gann close to the boundary line. Harding wraps him up. The umpire says throw it in, and he will. 20 metres around from the Bannockburn goal.
Strong tackle for a little man there, Kel.
He will.
So it's pretty tight. Bradley's had to tighten up on Andrews after those 2 quick goals early in the third term. Aitchison gets to the side of the pack. Armstrong tried to get the ball away. Shuffled out towards Clark, who got a push in the back. And will take a free kick in the right forward pocket. So Damien Clark gets up and will shoot for goal. Pretty acute angle for a right footer. It's 10 points the difference, this to make it 16. He's only about 20 metres out.
I've seen him play most of his football in the defensive half for North Shore, so I'd be interested in whether he can kick goals. Very good player.
Coming in, and it's pretty good off the boot. We'll wait for the umpire. I think he's going to say it's one behind. Jeez, I'll tell you what, there's a bit of theatrics going on. They practice it at training, do they?
I believe so.
11-12-78 Bannockburn. Thomson 10-7-67. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 21.5 minutes played.
So Armstrong now waiting for the football to be returned. Big congestion of players at centre half back, and the break is made by Bradley. He's clear, ran 1 metre, bounced the ball on the ground, and has chipped the ball to centre wing. Rowan takes the mark and continues on. Kicks it long to half forward. Luke Forbes in good position, can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Good, strong defensive work by the Bannockburn defence. Troy Maharis, just a bit ginger on the left ankle there as he gets up, but it looks okay. And the ball is now out of bounds between centre wing and half forward flank in front of the change rooms here at Thomson. In comes the footy. Big pack go up. Ball tapped down by Oakley. Little chip through by Matty East, but picked up by Christian Highland. Been quiet this quarter. Drives it back to the goal square. In front with Maheris, and well, the umpires are giving Troy Maheris a fairly good look at the footy. Over the shoulder, said the umpire. I thought Giles was a bit stiff. He was going for the footy.
You haven't marked that goal down already, have you, Kel?
I have.
I just saw him out the corner of my eye. I think he's marked this down.
He's 12 metres out, 45-degree angle, and we're almost behind the line of the kick.
I've seen Peter Johnston miss one from the goal square. Don't worry about that.
So Maheris has missed the goal, I'd suggest. If that... Wait, yes, he has. Well, you're going to change it, Kel. And that might well be, in the context of the game, a crucial miss for Thomson, because that's 23-minute mark, third quarter. Thomson 10-8-68. They trail Bannockburn 11-12-78 on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. And it's, as I say, 23 minutes into the quarter.
Kel can't believe it. He's leaving Delahan from fullback. Toolman's calling for it in the middle. He goes straight to him. And Wentworth as well, but chopping it. Oh, Wentworth took a good mark under pressure. Now gives it away by hand to Matty East, who goes to the left boot towards Zane Carroll. Aitchison works his way back. Great mark. Zane Carroll at half forward, shuffles it out towards Broome. Gets a kick around the corner, lead on from the Drainer, and also Bradley. Free kick. And he's going to give it to Aaron Bradley. So he plays on quickly, goes across the goal, takes a couple of bounces, takes 3 bounces. Now he goes to the right boot. It'll have to be a good kick, and it is to Dean Oakley, who makes up a bit of ground. Can't take the mark, but he's good enough to get it back and go with the right boot long towards Forbes and Turner. And Turner is happy to see it over the boundary line.
He's done a pretty good job, Turner, on Marcus Forbes there, hasn't he?
So a boundary throw in between wing and half forward for Thomson, attacking the eastern end in this third term. They've been playing 24.5 minutes. So nearly in the time on. Moore and Oakley over the back, Mitchell and Toolman. Toolman takes it out, handballs out to Wentworth, got partly smothered. Now Highland on hands and knees. Mervyn hands the balls it back to Mitchell, gets a kick away towards the pocket, coming out Maharis and also Colliger. Doesn't sit for any of them except Steve Delahunt running back. And he gets a Shepherd from Giles, goes to the outer side looking for Matthew East. Stein makes up some ground and East keeps it in, keeps it on towards Stephen Gadd, who has to shuffle it back by hand to Matthew East, standing there at half-back. Goes backwards and then just measures a pass to Peter Moore, and he takes the mark at centre half-back.
Oh, he's got Clark out this side. And he saw him.
Yep, goes towards Clark. Have to make up a bit of ground. Oakley was a good kick, didn't take the mark though. Forbes, Marcus has got it, wants to get back onto his left, but he handballs it inboard to Sabali Armstrong, who can go towards Christian Holland, but he elects to go with the left foot kick towards the lead of, well, in the end, Luke Forbes. It lands in his arms. Troy Maharis was right next to him, and it will be Luke Forbes, who's kicked 4 goals too. And he kicked a couple of late ones in the second term as well. He's going to see if he can do the same in the third term.
Troy Colliger just lost him then, Kel, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he got away from him.
So Luke Forbes, 30 metres out, slide angle. Kicked 4 goals too this afternoon. This to bring the margin back to 10 points. Comes in now. Oh, good kick. His 5th. Luke Forbes' 5th. And that for Thomson is the 11th. They go to 11-8-74 and Bannockburn 11-12-78.
It's back to 4 points.
4 points the difference.
Yes.
So it's a close game on Alexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 26 minutes in the third term.
So you're right, Kel, we've got the close one.
We have, and this has just been a great spectacle, and I'm not going to say who could win this.
It's been just an absolute great game of Geelong District football, hasn't it? 2 top sides. You'd probably expect it, but by gee, they've been good. Umpire with the footy in the middle. Moore to do the work against Oakley, and certainly they're better with Oakley in the middle. Thompson, the tap down goes to Armstrong. Handball to Mervyn, stolen by Clark. Clark at Bannockburn, drives towards centre half forward. Nolan in front, ball comes to ground. Gann, can he pick it up? He can't. He tries to tap it along the ground. Mitchell finally picks it up, well tackled. Gets a handball cleared. Nolan picks it up. Handball out to, who's it up on the forward line? Wentworth off a step, goes to full forward. Comes to ground. Oh, gee, Maharis, his handball put his teammate under pressure, but Thomson are up to it. They get it clear to Sabali Armstrong. Kicks to centre wing. Up high, Forbes can't take the mark. He got the ride, but didn't get the mark. Forbes, Luke, he can't get it either. Oh, good work, Troy Colliger. Eludes 3 or 4 players. Has a bounce now. Has a second bounce. Has a player running, David White. The handball wasn't brilliant, but White good enough to get it up to Zane Carroll. He can't take the mark, and gee, there's some interesting matchups now. Nick Maharis on Zane Carroll in the defensive area. Finally, it is Clark. He's taken the ball, stolen it on half forward, and has kicked it out of bounds on the full beside the behind post. And Gann of Thomson will get the ensuing free kick. 27.5 minutes third quarter. 11-8 Thomson, 11-12 Bannockburn.
For the kick in. The free kick by Mick Gann towards centre half back. Getting up Oakley, couldn't take the mark. Off hands Mullane Grant, pretty close to the boundary line. Goes to the right boot, measures it back towards Harding. Gann though, does well. Good experience, gives it away to Bradley. Oh, he goes wide. Mitchell can't keep it in, out of bounds on the full. Bad result for Thomson. Bannockburn have got it again through Mullane Grant. He's been called to be top of the square, says Steve Delahunt. And he's going to go now. He likes himself from here, but he does go to the top of the square in the end. And big punch away. Mick Gann will see it through for one behind to Bannockburn. They go to 11-13-79 now. And Thomson 11-8-74. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 28.5 minutes.
So Dean Oakley just off the ground. I'd imagine just rest him up for the last quarter, you reckon, Cal?
Yes, I'd say so. Give him a bit of a break now.
So Lazic on the ground from the kick in. The mark is taken in the defensive area by Christian Highland. Little chip pass has found Johnny Mitchell, and Mitchell still on half-back flank for Thomson has the mark. He goes longer now towards centre wing. Forbes and Turner. Turner gave Forbes a bit of a push forward. Ball picked up there by Greg Mervyn. Handball over to Lazic, back to Mervyn. Gadd comes in, picks it up for Bannockburn. A series of handballs, gets the ball to Mick Turner. Turner on centre wing, drives towards centre half forward. There was a good effort by Maharis. Nick doesn't quite get it. Peacock picks it up, handball to Aitchison. Aitchison out wide, and Sabali Armstrong's well clear on his own. Now he drives through the lead at half forward. Giles is, he led Troy Maharis on that occasion, and they're both wrestling on the ground with the footy. And umpire will come in and throw the ball in the air. Great contest, one-on-one there, Cal. You don't see much better than that.
It's been some good contests all over the ground too all day, Eric, hasn't it?
Yes, certainly has. More. Well, neither ruckman get the tap down on that occasion. Comes clear. Finally, Broome. He's tackled, but he gets a foot to the footy. That Lazic picks it up on centre wing. He's immediately tackled. Gets a handball to Armstrong. He's tackled. Handball to Rowan. Kick smothered. Finally, David White off one step, kicks it round the corner, and Bannockburn gained 25 minutes as it runs to 25 metres as it runs toward the boundary. 30 minutes gone, third quarter. Thomson 11-8. In fact, the siren sounds as I speak, and the three-quarter time score will now be on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. Bannockburn 11-13-79. They just lead Thomson 11-8-74.
In that third term, Thomson kicked 3 goals for, while for Bannockburn they kicked 4 goals for. And it's 5 points of difference at three-quarter time. The goal scorers to three-quarter time for Bannockburn: 5 to Shane Andrews, 4 to Ashley Perkins, and singles to Brett Harding and to Ben Nayland. While for Thomson, 5 to Luke Forbes, 3 to Troy Maharis, and singles to Marcus Forbes, Nick Maharis, and Dean Oakley. So it's all set for a big last quarter. It's 11-13-79 Bannockburn. They lead Thomson 11-8-74. We'll take a break. When we come back, Peter Kelly will have what Greg McLeod and Stephen Winner had to say at three-quarter time in the coaches' huddles, and we'll be back for the final term of our matchday live coverage between Bannockburn and Thomson at Godfrey Street. You're listening to Geelong Radio 100.3 FM, your home of local football.